Well, good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? I'm just trying to get us to go live on Facebook as well. So just give me a second. I'm having a few technical issues, which is why I'm slightly late coming on. I do apologise. Um, ah, we're on. Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry for the slight delay. I just needed the Facebook to talk to us, and it wasn't talking to us, but it is now. So we're all good. How is everyone on this lovely, slightly chilly evening? Let's just have a little look and see what's going on. So, how's your week been? Have you had a good week? Friday tomorrow, so nearly at the end of the week, which is amazing. Back to normality for us. Kids are back to school. So yeah, that's it. Winter is definitely on its way. Definitely. So good evening, Rachel. So Rachel says, good evening from a cold Barrow. It has dropped, hasn't it? It has, I acknowledge, dropped. And I'm sort of sat here now, like, put the heating on. I'm debating it. We put it on very briefly, just to take the edge off, and then we'll turn it back down again. I'm being joined by Gypsy tonight. So there are some fireworks still going on tonight. So my lurcher is normally absolutely fine, but all the dogs are normally fine. But today, this year, she's been a little bit nervous, so she's come to sort of hide by me. So if I'm doing this, it's because I'm saying hello to a lurcher. Okay, so I have some beautiful kits today. These are, we have done these kits before, but they are really popular. So we're going to go ahead and have a little look at what we do have today. Let me take you over, as always, to the Totally Beads website. So I'm just going to share my screen and take you over towards, there we go, towards totallybeads.co.uk. And then you go to the homepage and you will see here video tutorials. Also, it does come up with a list of the sort of most recently played video tutorials as well. So you can see here video tutorials. Click on this. Just move it out of the way of my dog. And you will see here that you have a selection of past and current projects that have been done. And we would like the Mobius Stardust bracelet for tonight. Really lovely, easy make, this one. Great for anyone who's considered starting out with chainmail, or if something you've been considering having a go at but not been quite sure. This is a really great project to do so. I do have the two other colorways in front of me, the silver and the black, and I do actually have those ready made up here. Those pictures will be going up later, but you have basically, you have the gold version, you have the black, and you have the silver, and I'm going to show you exactly what you get in those in a moment. Rachel, when I had my cat who passed 2 years ago, he would hear a firework then go back to sleep. He wasn't bothered in the slightest. Do you know what? I've had these dogs, I want to say 8 years, maybe nearly 9. 8 years, and they have never been bothered by fireworks. And it's really strange because the other two, so Benny, who is Gypsy's brother, isn't bothered, and Savannah isn't bothered, but Gypsy just is. She's like right by me now, sort of. She's being very needy, aren't you? So she doesn't like it. Hi Mina, how are you? How's things? Okay, so just going to go over these lovely kits that we have. We have the, so can't see, stop nurturing me, you. I'm just going to come back to see if you can, I don't know if you can see her here. In these kits you will get for $5.99. You have enough to make 2 bracelets. Now on these you will get your Stardust Beads. I think they're an 8mm size, really lovely large drill hole. You will get a bag of your 9mm outer diameter jump rings, and you will get your eye pins and lobster clasps. So I will show you how we're going to make these lovely bracelets in a moment. Really great, simple makes. I think these are great as a gift for somebody, especially with your Christmas up. $5.99, so that basically is making it £3 a bracelet. I just think it's a crazy price. And again, if you are going to start doing your Christmas fairs, or if you want to do sort of like Secret Santas, you want to tell anybody, these are really, really great for that. So I'm going to just bring my camera over. I try to get a little bit funky, and I've got like a little cool light, I don't know if you can probably see, light thing here, but the thing is it's not so discreet, so it's kind of getting right in the way. Let's bring this across and see what we can show you. Oh, you're making margarita crystal earrings from Totally Beads. Sounds amazing, Mina. Look forward to seeing those. Right, let's just bring this over. Oh, that's weird. Why is it in that view? Ooh. Quite. Oh, I've done something. Oh no. I don't want it in this view. Oh, did something then and it went a little bit weird. And I'm not quite sure why. Oh, hang on. I want it like that. Better. I don't know what happened there. The settings were strange. Okay, but we're back. So the project we have here, we have the lovely silver version. So beautiful silver Stardust beads. And then, of course, your Mobius jump rings, your eye pins, your toggle clasp to connect it. And you have the same again in the black. And we do also have the gold, which, as you saw, was on the website. I don't have that one with me here, but it is available on the website, as you can see. It has got the gold colored jump rings with gold colored eye pins, and of course the clasp and the beads. Really lovely beads. And again, these don't have to be, you know, if you bought one of each color, you could actually alternate it, maybe make a mixed Mobius with the alternating colors. That would look really cool. In fact, shall we do that for our demonstration, just to show how you can actually take these two? I mean, imagine those stackered. I haven't started on Facebook. I should have. I should be Carol. Mina's come in from Facebook, so I think I should be on there now. I didn't start straight away because it went a bit technical on me, but it should be okay now. So let me know, Carol, if you're not able to, but I believe Mina's watching me on Facebook, and I'm hoping that some other people are able to. Excuse me. Let's have a quick look on Totally Beads and just see what I can find. Have I come up live yet? Huh. I'm just having a quick look to see if I can see if I've come up live. Totally Beads. Where are you? There you are. Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, no, I am on Facebook now. I can see me. Hi Elaine, how are you? Hope things are good. Okay, so yeah, I've got a few. Oh, hi Kay. So yeah, people can see me on Facebook now. It was just a little bit delayed getting started because it disconnected, but you know, the joys of technology. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a mixed Mobius metal. So these are $5.99 for one kit, and that one kit will give you enough materials to be able to make 2 bracelets. Now what I'm going to do is, you've got the silver, the black, and you have the gold. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and mix the silver and black and do a mixed color version. So we're going to be doing some nice, really simple, easy, getting started Mobius links. I love Mobius links. They are so versatile, can be used for pretty much anything. So I'm going to do some Mobiuses in the, I'm actually going to mix the colors of the Mobiuses as well. That's one of the things I love about Mobius in itself. I do actually have a couple of gold here. These are champagne gold. So why don't we, let's have a little look and do just one of our Mobius links. And I'm going to just try to find my correct pliers. You please. So to start off with chainmail, you don't need to do anything too complex. You can simply have 2 pairs of chain nose pliers, or a pair of chain nose pliers and flat nose pliers, bent chain nose pliers, anything like that. They will all do the job. So you don't need anything fancy. I'm going to go ahead, but I do use my Xeron pliers, but you do just, these will be absolutely fine as well. So let me just put my phone on silent, because you can guarantee someone will ring me whilst I'm doing this. I do tend to use my 0 pliers, but again, it's personal choice and preference. So what I'm going to do is start off with opening. Let's get the space, bring this down, see if it'll stay down, see if you'll come a little bit lower and give a little bit better light, or is that going to make it a little bit worse? Let's just playing with the light a moment. Hopefully, there we go. So we're going to start off by opening one jump ring. So just taking it and just open it as if you were doing a door, just opening that out. And then I'm going to take a closed jump ring. Now, when you look at your jump rings and we say closed, even though they come out of the packet, sometimes they can come out slightly unaligned. It's just the way that they are when they're cut. This will happen. So I'm just going to realign that, and I'm going to pop that onto my open jump ring and close. And then this is quite key, and I think this is really probably the most important part when you are doing chainmail or a Mobius link, is just to, I'm just going to put that up a little bit. It's just making it, there we go, it's a bit better. So there we are. It's to the way you place it down. Okay, so we can see here, this is a nice little Mobius. It's sitting how I want it to sit. Okay, so I'm going to pop that back down like so, and I'm going to just take a gold one now, just for you to see it in the gold. I'm going to add a gold. Take that. I think that was slightly wrong. I think I may, you never have it when you mix your jump rings up in the wrong bag sizes. I think I may have done that. What's the size we want? So taking your large jump ring, opening this one out, and then what I'm going to do is just bring it down, go straight through the middle of that Mobius we've already created, collecting the 2 jump rings. So collected those, and I'm going to close this up. And now this is quite important, this part, placing it back down the way you picked it up. So placing it down and then just dropping. Now, a Mobius is an easy link to do, but you can still mess it up. You can still go wrong. So you can see when it's right, when it sits nicely. Let's see if we can go down to a little bit closer. You have it nice, and you can almost see that sort of shape in the middle. Now, sometimes what can happen is the last jump ring that you add, or one of the jump rings, can flip as you put it down, and you'll see that when you go to put it into that shape, it just won't quite sit right. So hopefully you can see there, it's just not quite sitting how we want it to. If that ever happens, just flip the jump ring over and it'll be like, oh, there it is. So the last one we added was actually the gold. So let's use that as the example. You'll see it just doesn't quite sit right. And that will actually affect the way that it sits. So what you do is you just go, okay, why isn't that working? You jump ring, flip it, and it will just kind of, if it's right, it will sit into that nice shape. Okay, that is all there is to it. That is one simple, easy Mobius. Now, you could make these as many as you could into this section, as long as you've got the space in the middle, but we just want 3. So this is a nice tri-colored one, and so if you were tempted to buy all 3 kits, how lovely does that look? And you could, of course, then mix up your metals. So you could alternate a gold, a silver, a black, a gold, a silver, and black, you know, however you want, and have these mixed colors in the middle. I just think they're really, they look really great together like this. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and mix the silver and the black together. So I'm going to take a silver jump ring. I'm going to open it. I'm going to take a black jump ring, and I'm going to drop it on. And I'm going to close, making sure it's lined up correctly. Now, what you can do is prep your jump rings properly before you start. So have a pile of open jump rings and a pile of closed jump rings. I'm just going to use as I go along. So straight through the middle of both of those, pick it up and close. Now I'm going to do these in alternate. I'm going to do some with 2 blacks and some with 2 silvers. So that's not sitting right. That's okay. Flip that over. That's fine. Now it's sitting right. Hello, lovely Natalie. How are you? Do you have a nice holiday? I know. How is it Thursday already? A very valid question. I actually don't know. I don't know where this week's gone. I know where this year's gone, to be honest. Did everybody have a good Halloween for those of you who celebrate? We had a few trick-or-treaters, but not loads. And we went to a Halloween party on Saturday. Right, so I've changed this one around a bit. I've gone with 1 black and I've added a silver. And so on this one, I'm going to add another black jump ring. And I'm going to go straight through the middle of both of those, pick it up, close it, and then pop it back down. There we go. So I've got one that's got 2 silvers and one that's got 2 blacks. Bring this down for you to see. And I'm just going to alternate and do a few more. So I'm going to do the next one with 2 silvers. So I'm going to pick up a silver, add on a black. And it is important, I think, that you take that time to make sure these jump rings are lined up properly. What you can do as well, just so that you don't lose pattern if you are doing these in a slightly alternate pattern, is you could have the piles of jump rings ready to go. So I've got 2 silvers on this one. Oh, come on, there we go. So I could go black and 2 silver, silver and 2 blacks. Just have little sections ready. Now I actually used 10 beads for my bracelet, but that could be varied. You could maybe make it a little bit smaller or a little bit longer. Did you dress up for Halloween? I didn't on Halloween itself. I did go to the party and I did do a little bit of makeup just to represent the new Smile film. Just did like a smile. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I just feel like this year's been really busy and just feel like I haven't had time to prep for things, which is just silly. So yes. But it's nice to have the little kids come and knocking on the door, give them some treats. So yeah, I'm just going ahead and making these. So I had 10 beads on each of these bracelets. I found that gave a nice size. So I'm now able to pick these up and I can just go along because I've got them ready made on the side here. I'm able to just pick that up and then, and like what I do is, I mean, everybody can do this however they want. I personally like to, there we go, bring that around and then just have this ready. I like to make these units ready because then when it comes to actually bringing the whole piece together, you I find that when it comes to actually bringing the piece together, it just is easier. You haven't got to stop and start and make new sections. So that's why I do it this way. Can't believe how it's quick. I know it'll be Christmas before we know it. I definitely know that. And also I definitely am feeling that chilling there. You can feel that weather change, can't you? Definitely. Now try with these jump rings as well to resist the urge. And I say this because I am an absolute nightmare for doing it, of using your fingers to open and close those links. Okay, it's very easy to want to use your fingers to just open and close these components. It's not good for your nails and it's not good for the jump rings. So let's try not to do that. Okay. So yeah, the dreaded C word can actually officially be said now because fireworks night is done, Halloween is done, and it's now, yeah, build up to Christmas. Christmas markets will be coming out soon. Yeah, mulled wine and hot chocolate though, looking forward to that. Right, So again, just bringing that in straight through the middle. Savannah has now joined us, so we shall hear some snoring. There we go. And I'm just going to do one. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. You just have them all ready to go. You can see how quick these units build. Putting them on to sections. See how quick they build. And then, I mean, definitely take your time when you're doing these pieces. Oh, I've done 2. I need a... So that's a 1, 2 silver, 2 black, 2 silver, 2 black, 2 silver, 2 black, 2 silver, 2 black. I did have it. I just put it out of order. There we go. So we can keep going, but I'm going to just leave it at that for now. All right. It's been really cold here. I just want to get my PJs on, but I've got to go and collect them from Beavers in a bit. Oh no. Yeah, that is. You definitely just want to put like a nice blanket, definitely on the sofa. Grabbing a blanket and wrapping up and cuddling with the dog's face now. The dogs are not unhappy about that for sure. They love a cuddle under a blanket on the sofa. Right, so we've got our last one, double black. I'm going to do a quick double silver, and that will be these done. And then the next bit we have is just putting the links and connecting it all. So I'm going to go ahead. I've done this. Now I do just put a single jump ring on the ends, just because when you're adding your clasp, you need that single unit. So let's go ahead, add that one on. Copy in there we go. So just to show you again on the main pieces, you'll see here that I just keep it single ones. Have fun, Rachel. I'll see you in the morning. I got some lovely wire projects for the morning wire work bracelet with some beautiful gemstones. We'll see you then. So yeah, I just on the last 2 I actually kept them as single, just because you can then attach your clasp, and of course you're able to connect that as well. Rachel, Natalie, are the dogs okay after all the bonfire night banging? I was just saying this earlier. Gypsy is not okay. Savannah's not too bothered, but Gypsy is not loving it, which is unusual because she's normally absolutely fine. All of the dogs have been really lucky with them, even when we had the 5 of them. When we had the 5 of them, they were always okay. They were always not bothered by it. But this year, Gypsy, out of all of them, has been a bit anxious. So not great. No, she had a big cuddle with me on the sofa on actual bonfire night, and actually got up on the back of the sofa and cuddled her head in, which is unheard of for Gypsy. So yes, not the best, but you know, it is what it is. She's all right. She's just a bit anxious from it. Right. I have now got my Christmas stock out. Well, I mean, I get that. You know, Christmas is coming. I've just used a little lid, by the way, just for one of my little mini jars. I have these little sort of craft jars that I draw, do whatever on. So this is just a little lid, just so I don't lose it. So you will get the shorter jump eye pins. I just can't find the black ones that I had, so I've got the longer ones in the black, but you will get the shorter ones with this. Okay, so I'm going to give you a tip now, because we've got 3 jump rings here. What I found an easier way to do this is we'll start off with just putting our 1 single jump ring on. So I'm going to open my jump ring. Oopsie, I'm going to attach it to the small loop, and now I'm going to pop on my first color, and I think I'm going to go with silver. Pop that silver jump ring, silver bead on. And then I'm going to just hold everything nice and steady in my hand and just push that eye pin back so that I get a nice sharp angle. Okay. Then I'm going to take my cutters. Now you can measure this or you can go by eye, but I'm going to go I go by eye, and I'm going to go for about a centimetre. Should we see how close I was? I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Oh, look at that. Skills. So, yeah, about a centimetre. Okay, and then what I want to do is take my round nose pliers, and I'm just going to quite far down my pliers, sort of middle of the way through, and I'm going to start to roll so I can start to get that curve. Okay, now I want it to go around a little bit further actually, and then I'm going to pick up my first unit, and I just need to make sure it stays nice and in the right Mobius. My camera gets a bit finicky if there's stuff it has to share the camera with. Okay, and I want all three of these to go through that little eye, that little hook. Okay, all three, and make sure it stays in that Mobius. Now I'm just going to use my pliers, and I'm going to just kind of roll it. So you might need to just switch your hand to make sure they don't jump down, and just roll that around. Always come in with your other pliers and give it a little bit of a pinch if needed. Okay. So the next thing I want to do now, and this is where I say about the little trick, is I'm going to come in with the black one. We're going to go silver and black, silver and black. Now this eye pin, these are absolutely great for this project because they're strong, but they're still thinner. So they're really great for this project. But this size of loop just here can be a little bit tight with the 3 jump rings on it. So what I'm actually going to do is take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to come into that to place it in to that loop. Just debating on moving the camera, being a little bit dramatic today. So into that loop. Let's just move all this back a little bit. There we go. So it can focus. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of open it back out and just kind of pull it around so it's a little bit larger. So only subtle, but that's just made it that little bit larger. I'll do that again in a moment. And I'm just going to take my pliers, go into the loop if you can, or the other side, but as long as you can kind of grip that loop. Come on, camera. And then just straighten that back out. That's just made it, just for you the comparison, that little bit bigger. That just means that when we go to add those 3 jump rings, they go on a bit easier. Okay, so then we can just open this out gently. Take the unit we already have started and just pop that on. All 3 to sit on there, and then just close. So you've got the 3 on there. Okay. So what that does is it just means that you still get the strength of that eye pin, but a little bit larger. So let's go ahead and pop on a black bead. You will get the shorter eye pins. You won't get these long ones, so you won't be wasting this. You will get the shorter ones. Bend it back. Cut it so it's about a centimetre. Roll it. So about halfway down my pliers. Roll it so you've got a half of a hook. Take your unit, pop it on, and then just come in and close that unit. sometimes you may need to just take your pliers and give it a little pinch just to lock that loop into shape. But there's your next component. Okay. So we just repeat. So I'm going to just take the silver one and I'm going to show you on the silver one what I've just done and do it in the exact. So there's my loop. I'm going to come into the actual loop with my pliers, open it out a little bit, and then just roll it around. So you're almost creating a P, and then come in and then just straighten that. And that is just going to give you that bigger loop for you to be able to put your all of your jump rings on. Okay, so again I'm going to use that, open that, and then just attach all three of the last unit on. Just make sure you catch all three of them. There we go. And close. And just give it a little pinch. Come on. There you go. And then you just take your next bead, pop it on. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm actually, when I bend my head eye pin, I bend it so it's going to be in that same direction as the previous one. So they're going to be parallel. Give it a little snip. Just remember that bead can come up slightly. So like if you see, then it rides up because it has got a large drill hole. So just halfway down those pliers, give that a sort of a nice curve. Take your next component, pop that on, and just give that a little lock in, and there's your next one. So we'll just do a couple more, and just for you to see. So going back into this one, just widening out that sort of section, just making it that little bit bigger. Not loads, but it really does just make that difference when it comes to adding on these jump rings. It just makes it a lot easier for you rather than fighting with that really tiny, it's not a really tiny eye pin, but for this, when you've got three, effectively you've got 3 mils of jump ring, it just makes it a little bit more easier. So my angle just matching the direction of that loop. So I'm now going to just bend that nice and sharp. And the reason that we bend it nice and sharp is just it gives, I find, a nice angle then when I go to form this loop. So that's the reason that I do that. Bring that round, next section. Make sure that you've got that Mobius how it should be. You don't want it to, there we go. You don't want it to not be the right shape. Pop it on, roll that down and around. And if it's being a little bit tricky, you're not going to be holding it nice and flat to a camera like I currently am. And there we go. And that's our sort of mixed metal colors. I love it in the two tones. How lovely is that? So let's just do another one of the silvers. So just bringing that around, readjusting that shape, and then just opening that out, adding on your jump rings, closing, popping on your bead. Now you don't have to add the bead on before you close your loop. If you find it easier, you can of course make that loop completely, form it around properly, like so, and then you could just open it out, drop on your Mobius and close it. It really is, however, works for you. So that's the pattern we've got right now. Let's just go ahead and do another one quickly, but you can see how nice and easy this is. I do just recommend just slightly tweaking that just to get that a little bit larger. It's just a bit easier for you. Popping it on. 1, 2, 3. Bring it all the way around and close. Okay. Back onto the black, because you do obviously get the color coordinated findings per colorway. And we've just got that going straight around like so. Just bringing this across. Close it if you want to. Close it and then open it out. And then we just keep going. And that's all there is to it. I think it's a really lovely, easy make. Looks effective. You know, what a lovely gift to receive, or just to make for yourself even, you know, if you've got party season coming up. I mean, we have of course suggested it being 2 bracelets, but I'm sure you would be able to make a lovely necklace with this as well. So you're going to have you know, enough to sort of play about with your designs for definite. Let me just do this one. Okay, pop that one on. So again, do take your time with this, don't rush it. You do want it to be, oops, that was me being a bit too heavy-handed then. It will happen sometimes. And then just opening that out, popping that on, and yeah, and then so you want to close it and finish it the same way that you started it probably. So I'm going to finish this on the silver, and then just show you how we just add that clasp and it will all be done. So let's just put that around. There we go. Right, popping that on. Oopsie. There we go. Oops, there we go. There we are. And then we would just, when you're ready, pop your last bead on, pop it around. I probably would start the same way, finish it the same way I started, by using the small eye pin that you already get. But let's just go ahead, pop on a single silver jump ring, find our clasp, which I have got here. I had it a moment ago. Where did you go? It's going to be a gold clasp because, oh no, there you are. I found you. There we are. Come on out, come. Perfect. Pop on your clasp, pop it through your last loop, and there you would have your bracelet. This is going to be a very small bracelet, but it does give you that idea of just connecting. And how lovely does this look with these mixed colors? So you have, of course, your black set, your silver set, and we do have the gold set as well, which is online. It's $5.99. You get enough to make 2 bracelets. You make a lovely Mobius connection. You get the Stardust beads, the eye pins, the 30mm eye pins, the 9mm outer diameter jump rings, and you get your clasps. So you have everything that you need to be able to make your beautiful bracelets. And as I said, you could of course go ahead and make a nice mixed matched one if you wanted to. Add that gold in there as well. How beautiful would that look? Gold, silver and black. Really lovely stylized bracelet. But yeah, there you go. That is the technique. I hope you like it. It's a really lovely, easy make. Something that's great for getting your confidence up with chainmail if it is something you've been considering starting. And even for those experienced chainmailers out there, it is just fun sometimes to do a really simple, easy design, effective, mix those colours up and have a little bit of fun. I'm going to go and let you enjoy the rest of your evening now, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me as always. Don't forget to check out totallybeads.co.uk to have a little look at this kit and all of the other lovely kits that we have as well. Tomorrow morning, we do have a lovely wirework bracelet coming up. I was just seeing if I had it within reach. I do not. But we do have a lovely wirework bracelet coming up with genuine gemstones. Really lovely make for tomorrow. That's going to be at 10 o'clock. So if you are around at 10 tomorrow morning in UK time, it'd be lovely to see you. And if not, I will see you next week. Enjoy your weekend. Okay, everyone.